today, from Soldier Field in Chicago, it's Week 14 of the NFL on EA Sports. Chicago Bears taking on the Houston Oilers.
We've had a lake effect snow band sitting over Soldier Field since about 9 this morning, and it's not supposed to budge anytime soon. The good news, the folks don't seem to mind here in Chicago. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Oilers and the Chicago Bears. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" cornerback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 14 carries, 55 yards.
And when I watch them operate, I see a unit that's playing with extreme confidence. Offensive line, tight ends, wide receivers. You see a group that wants their number 8 rusher in the league end up being in the top 5 before it's over.
That catch good for 5. It's third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson. He's got it with the 15. And he's going to be held down inside the 20 at the 15. They give him a gain of 37.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that, don't you? And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. 15 yards. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves. Stick it in the end zone on a running play.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And we get a glance here at their leader, the man who will be calling the plays under center.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score. Brandon, I think we can see early on they're making a concerted effort to get him the football. So to me, that means they like the matchup that they have. They feel like he's better than the guys that are covering.
2 plays, 2 passes. We'll see if they go back to that one. He is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the second round.
And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. A couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time. That's what you're looking for in setting a tone and getting your offensive line going.
Good sign on the opening drive. A gain of 32 that time. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what'll happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. And they'll try the option on 1st and goal. Here's a quick throw out left. That's caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Mecole Hardman with touchdown number 8 on the year. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Personally, for him, a great opening drive. He had 3 catches, including the touchdown.
That felt like tremendous scouting, great film watching, and creating a game plan to start this off, not only to get him involved, but to send a message to the defense. You can have a lot to handle in this one.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken in. The 25 to the 27.
At their own 27. 27-yard line.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 16 yards, a first down. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season open opponent. And they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. I ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I had missed him, it would have been a different story. Long night.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 31-yard line.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Christian Fulton. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
That was a nice catch, and not by the guy you thought it was going to be. How about the defense? The ball hits his hands and to the races and into the end zone.
An extra point forthcoming. Boy, these may be an adventure this afternoon, but this one is good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken in at the 3. And takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field and following the pick six. And they had decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early and let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On the ground, it's Montgomery. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
That's a gain of 5.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. That's caught by Montgomery. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. But he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Oilers 14, Bears 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll power his way up near the 25. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down.
First down, Oilers.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
And to give this time to the tailback. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. They did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Here's Tommy Townsend on to punt. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. They've given him some touches. They haven't had a lot of success on the ground. Do you maybe keep going to that well, or do you mix it up more?
I think you mix it up more, try to loosen things up. Get the defense to react to other people, other plays, but don't forget about it. That's your horse. You know, Secretariat lost twice in his career.
So educational. That's very true, kids. Look it up.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
3rd and 5.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 9 yards that time.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller sensed that the screen pass was available. Whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a first down.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Bears on the move. They've got another 1st down.
Nice job there utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. He understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
A couple of 1st downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Back to throw again. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. And his His throw's going to be incomplete. The Bears on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
But last week was what's commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
Holding offense.
No!
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. On play action, they'll throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. 33 yards that time.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3-yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
They've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll set up to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
2nd and goal.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. 3rd down and goal now, and this Houston defense not backing down. They'll look for one more stop. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. For the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
At their own 22-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win 1st down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on 1st down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating 1st downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the stick. Defense has the advantage.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there.
Scrambled. He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, his first carry of the game right there. He had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well. first down. He'll drop to throw it. Rolling to his left. He'll run it. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Bears' 36-yard line.
Got a man. It's Tanyan complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So they dial up the blitz on 3rd and inches. It pays off.
And frankly, they were probably dialing up a run blitz, expecting him to run it in that situation. But instead, they end up back at the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, this from 53 yards out. And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll begin up at legendary Lambeau Field in Green Bay. And it's the Packers who have the lead in that one. The Packers looking to sew that one up, and they look to be in pretty good shape. From there, we'll head to Pittsburgh to check on the Steelers at home at Heinz Field. And right now, they have the lead over the visiting New York Giants. Daniel Jones has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to Indianapolis to check on the Colts at home at Lucas Oil Stadium. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, no shortage of offense as each team has been able to move the ball effectively. Will the defenses show up in the second half? To find out, we give it back to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The lake effect snow set to continue for the second half of action as we are back underway. And the half will begin with a touchback. Houston set to take over. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack.
And that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. On the move. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
Now that's the way to start the second half. Back-to-back sacks. Whatever the halftime speech was, I hope they recorded it.
Back-to-back sacks have this place in a frenzy as they line up again, third and long now. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him yet again. The pass rush has been relentless. This time, it yields a safety. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon, but I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on, come on. Come up to 6.
A lot of points. Room here to run. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now, defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the pass.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds. Running lanes read a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
2nd and 3. And this will be caught by Mooney. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Second and 11 now. Now back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line. A gain of 5 brings up 3rd and 6.
They'll look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the right hash, this from 53. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. And that will push the lead up to 5. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going deep for Brown, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
It's now 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And he fires one incomplete. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Tackle made by Grover Stewart. 2nd and 6.
Open man is Kmet, the tight end.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
Well, one of the ways the quarterbacks keep the receivers involved in the play. Never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll run on 1st down. Montgomery. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. They've kept him in check until that run. That's the first time he's really gotten loose in this game.
And they have to keep that in mind. Don't dwell on the fact that he finally had a big run. You kind of are counting on that as the game went on. Get back to what you were doing before. Start limiting him again.
Now a run with Montgomery. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd.
Here's a 2nd and 7.
That's complete right side to Kmet.
And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
Montgomery back to the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bears will extend their lead. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the 3rd quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is lets you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Point after, right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And, Charles, this infraction's going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
He'll look to throw.
Quick slant to Brown.
Now Brown, oh, he lost the football.
The pass. Fumble on the play. Recovered.
And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
There's a moment where all concentration your game. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free. Up, he'll try and run, and he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. Stop the former Georgia Bulldog, Roquan Smith. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Second and 9 now. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's 3rd down.
Back at the 49-yard line.
It away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 19.
The Chicago offense set to get started. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Oh, he breaks another. Now he'll pull it down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To his left. He may try and run for this. And he will have the Bears first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the 4th. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Off opted to run for it. The decision a good one, picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Normally we're talking about a quarterback duel where they're matching each other pass for pass. How about the footwork in this one? Both of these guys running the ball well.
Yeah, they've mixed in the run game. You're exactly right. Now, both coaches might not like how much their quarterbacks have taken off, but another example right there of just good mobility. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Montgomery. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
He'll buy some time right. He'll try and run it. Taking matters into his own hands, and he picks up 4 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
A give to Montgomery out of the gun. He'll fight forward for a couple down inside the 40.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. He'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he will have the Bears' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and take and look like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
On 1st down, it's Montgomery. Heck of a broken tackle and able to work this down near the 23. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Steps away. Oh, now he's stripped. He lost the football. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge. Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
And his kick is indeed good, and that will make this now a 15-point advantage.
14.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Come on now. 23-yard line.
The situation for him offensively as follows. Down on the scoreboard, 2:21 the time left. They have all 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning, but they need 2 scores. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
11 on the play. 1st down,
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
This challenge was initiated by the guys in New York. Taking a look at the play, less than 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, I'm sure the coach wanted to challenge it, and he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So the challenge comes in inside of 2 minutes, and it gets overturned.
And it changes the whole format of what's about to happen because both...
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Eddie Jackson picks it. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. A 40-yard punt, no return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. And now out comes Houston. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. He's going to let it fly. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. They were trying to go to Brown once again, but now it's third down. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And, you know, it wasn't a shutout. They did give up the points in the first quarter, but second, third, and fourth quarter, they held them scoreless.
Brandon, if you throw a shutout for quarters 2, 3, and 4, you're going to win a lot of games in this league. And this felt a lot like, almost like if you say baseball, and the pitcher goes through the lineup the first time and the hitters get to see him, and then they come out after that and the bats start blazing, right? I think they saw their best stuff in the first quarter and just shut everything down from that point on. What a great, convincing performance.
So for the Bears, they move back over 500 at 7-6. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Seattle Seahawks come to town. Meanwhile, for our visitors, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.